Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased technical analysis. And guys, the S&P 500 did it. It did it. What did it do? It recaptured a critical previous support level. That's what it did. That's what it did, guys. If you watch last weekend's video, Uncle Charles mentioned we got the breakdown of the 200-week moving average. That's this pinkish line right here. Okay, the 200-week moving average last week was around the 358-ish level. It moved up a bit around 358.68 currently. But guys, we recaptured it. Uncle Charlie said that we can recapture it. Bulls got a shot. Bulls got a shot. We got a false breakdown setup. And that's what Uncle Charlie does on his YouTube channel. Why unbiasedly look for setups for us to trade. I don't care if it's a bullish setup or a bearish setup. I just identify it. It's on us to trade it unbiasedly though. Okay, and I'm just so proud because, you know, the false breakdown setup, it doesn't always work. No strategy is 100%. Guys, there's no strategy. But today, it worked. Okay, and I'll take that. Like if we look at a 15-minute chart here. I made a video where I explain how I enter and exit my trades. Okay, definitely check in the educational section of Uncle Charles' channel. I call it Trade Like Uncle. All right, and you see here, you know, we cleared some of my support resistance levels. I mentioned the 362 to 363 zone. I mentioned the 364.5, 366 level. Above there, I had 368.5. Now this was not meant. This level wasn't mentioned on the YouTube channel. I apologize for that, but it comes from the this gap. If you check on the 15-minute chart, you see this gap around 368.5 ish. Okay, I wrote right there, gap. All right. Yeah, we pretty much hit that 368.5 level. Hit where pretty much the gap around where it started, but we pretty much didn't fill it. It just pulled back and back tested a previous support level that was recaptured. But guys, overall, looking at today's price action, it was overall bullish. Like I always say, we don't have to call a bottom. We do not have to call a bottom. All we have to do is wait for the right setup. Wait for a critical support level that failed. Wait for it to recapture. Wait for it to recapture and to put the momentum, the odds, the probability on our side. Like I said, it's not 100%. But we want to trade based on the setup because it helps us define the risk. Define our risk and increase our probabilities. All right. So let's go on a daily chart here, guys. I still got that multi-year trend line connected September 2020 to October 2020 low to the June 2022 low. Yeah, we still did not recapture that. All right, we did recapture the 200-week moving average. You remember last week I talked about, going back to the 15-minute chart, last week I talked about how SPY was in the chop phase, okay? And I had around 363 up to 371 as my chop range. We had a false breakdown, we had a false breakout until we finally got the real breakdown, and it dropped down to the 200-week moving average. But like I say, the market, it cycles between two phases, the chop phase and the trend phase. And the idea is when it breaks out of the chop phase or the chop range, the idea is it enters a trend phase. And as you guys can see, that the 363 to 362 zone was the bottom of the range of last week's chop phase. And SPY recaptured that. It recaptured the 200-week moving average as well as the bottom of last week's chop range. Okay, so now we're back in the chop range. But overall, we do got a massive false breakdown setup here. Okay, so for right now, all right, the levels that I got, 366, 364.5, and of course the 363 to 362 zone. If these support levels hold, it's possible that bulls got a shot at a multi-day relief rally. Like we can possibly, just get a nice relief rally for another day or two. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, okay? But you guys got to understand, my sentiment changes based on the price action, okay? So as long as above 363, bulls got a chance for a deeper relief rally or a multi-day relief rally, okay? But my sentiment will change right back to bearish if SPY drops below 363. Okay, guys? So yeah, that's my plan for now. All right. So if as long as these level holds, the next critical resistance is 368.5. If SPY can clear that, we can go back and test the multi-year trend line. Okay. I got the multi-year trend line. It slopes up. So right now it's around 378.8. But keep in mind, guys, I got a resistance zone around 370 to 371 zone. So you know, I'll be more bullish if or favor a bigger relief rally to the upside if SPY can recapture that multi-year trend line. So basically what I'm saying is SPY needs to get back above 371. All right, so bulls still got a lot of work to do. If it clears 371, we can back test this falling wedge around 373. I got a level around 374.77, and of course the critical level at 380. All right, so we got a few levels that SPY broke down previously and has not yet given us a healthy back test as resistant. Okay, so like I said, above 363, bulls got a shot at a deeper relief rally. 363 fails again. I'm thinking we drop even lower than the 200-week moving average. I know that's a bull. I mean, at least a double bottom. We'll see what happens. Okay, so bottom line above 363. Bulls got a shot below 363. Bears take back possession of the ball, and we'll take it from there. Okay, guys. Now, one more thing I want to talk about before I move on from the SPY is that 200-week moving average. Okay, if you took a shot for every time I said 200-week moving average in this video, you might be a little tipsy right now. Okay, but this is the weekly chart. That pink line right there, that's a 200-week moving average. It's a very critical level. In the past, it's given us time where it's given us a bottom of a correction. There's been times where we broke below it, which triggered more downside, but a recapture of it was very bullish. Okay, so far we did close below it and then recapture it. Maybe it's still early to tell. We'll need more price action to see what's going on. But if we scroll back, you can see there's more times when this 200-week moving average served as strong support level. Like I said, there were times when we broke below it, but recapturing it was very bullish. All right. Yeah. However, there are times like back in 2008 and 2001 where we legit lost that 200-week moving average and it triggered a massive drop to the downside. Okay, so 2008, 2001 were big examples of that. All right, so I just show you this so you guys can see how critical that 200-week moving average really is from a technical perspective. So bears, if you're a bear, you want to see that level lost. You want to see SPY take out that level. If you're a bull, absolutely at all costs, you must defend that level. Moving on to Triple Q. Triple Q recaptures some critical levels. I had a level at 269.5-ish and 272-ish. It recaptured those levels and it almost tested my 276 level. That's the 50% retracement level. If I scroll back here, pay attention to the yellow lines. The yellow lines are my fib levels. Way back in December 2018 low all the way up to November 2021. Okay, so that 276 level, that's the 50% retracement level. So to be bullish, Triple Q really needs to recapture that level, and it should trigger more upside up to 279.5-ish, and possibly more upside up to 283-ish. Okay, but can't get bullish unless 276 is recaptured. As long as below, watch those support levels at 272, 269.5-ish, and around 267. Okay, like I always say, if the price actually is taking out support levels, that's very, very bearish. Okay, guys, and Tesla, holy moly, look at that. It's a thing of beauty, I tell you. I had that multi-month trend line. I wanted to see a clean breakdown and trigger more downside. I would have been very bearish, but we gapped down. We gapped below it, which was very interesting. I had fib levels starting from November 2021 high down to May 2022 low. And, we gapped below it at open. I had this 255.86 level. That's a 23.6 retracement level. We gapped below that at open. It continued to drop down. I have more fib levels. The 61.8 retracement I have at 248. That's from a May low up to August high. We lost that 248 level, guys, and it triggered more downside. Okay, so as of right now, I have resistance at 243.6 and then that critical resistance level at 248, the fib level. Can't get bullish on Tesla unless those levels are recaptured. Like I always say, and today look what happened with the SPY 200 week moving average. Okay, like I always say, we do not have to call a bottom. You know, wait for a critical support level that failed to be recaptured. Okay, for me, that critical level is 248. I'll be a lot more bullish if 248 was recaptured. But as long as below, we could back test it as a resistant, could get a dead cat bounce, could get a relief rally. Okay, but as long as below 248, you know, with 255 to 255.86 highest, in my opinion, bears are in control. Okay, so you know, I'm bearish on Tesla right now, unless proven otherwise. But as long as it's below 248, I'm favoring more downside. Okay, that next support is at 241. If that fails, I got 237, 230, possibly more downside down to 225 and 216. Okay, guys, that's how I found my support resistance level. I look for pivot highs, pivot lows, Fibonacci levels. I look for patterns like, you know, triangle patterns, you know, stuff like that. Okay, guys, so let's end this with the option flow. As you can see, this is the SPY filter for 500K premiums or above. Still overall bearish, guys, and we're still seeing big monies, big size. Still betting to the downside. All right, still put millions of dollars into these puts. Triple Q, overall bearish. Not that bearish though, 56% in the puts, but overall bearish. Okay, let's end this with Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is overall bearish as well. Not seeing anything that sticks out to my eyes, but overall bearish. Okay, guys, so that's what I have for you guys today. If you want more content from Uncle Charles and support this channel, please consider joining my Substack. If my aftermarket analysis is not enough, that's where my Substack can come in handy, because I got you with the morning analysis before the market is open. And if that's not enough and you want the most content you can get from me, please consider joining the Discord. Okay, I'll give you my morning analysis, during the market analysis, you know, in real time, after market analysis, and I'll share with you my resources that I use to help me with my trading every single day. Okay, thank you guys. Peace.